because there's been a bunch of reporting about this Pope he voted in Republican primaries in Illinois, and he is anti-transing of children and trans ideology. That seems clear from some of his tweets and remarks. He's, of course, against abortion. He doesn't believe in gay marriage. These are not surprising things for the Catholic Church. And he's pro-migrant. Doesn't surprise me either. But he has had 5 tweets or retweets in the past couple of years critical of either J.D. Vance, Trump, or Trump's immigration policies in particular. So what do you make of it?
Well, I think he's allowed to retweet or tweet whatever he wants. You know, he's the Pope. He's going to be living over there. He's not involved in our politics. I can't wait to see a meeting with President Trump, J.D. Vance, and the new Pope, Prevost. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing it correctly.
Just call him Leo.
Yeah, Leo. I love Leo. I think it's a fun name. And I loved FFJ. I thought he looked great, too. The green jacket, the full head of hair. It's like a Rogaine ad. Look good. He looked great. And he knew to do the angle up. You always got to angle up, never down. He looked great. So I'm happy for new Pope Leo. But like I said, I don't think we should really be bothered by some tweets he did. I think, though, it does speak to someone's whole entire ethos, though, if they are pro mass migration, or if they're more staunch and tough on immigration. I think it does speak to a little bit of someone's character. But at the end of the day, the guy's from Chicago, a very blue city. So even if he's a Chicago Republican, he might not be where we are right now with the Trump administration. I
think there's not going to be a pope who's not pro mass migration.
Right.
That's
right.
It's Catholicism. I mean, that's Catholicism. They're very pro-migrant. You know, wash the poor, the feet of the poor and the hungry and those who need us. And, you know, we're a bunch of bleeding hearts at bottom, unless if you're trans or gay, in which case, no. Sorry, Link. No, they love gays. They love gays and lesbians. They just don't want them to get married.
Well, I was just speaking to the things I was seeing on X. I'm not saying that's how I personally feel. I'm just saying on X, the criticism seemed to be the retweets about immigration and Trump and J.D. Vance. But like I said, he's welcome to say whatever he wants. He's the Pope, right? We're over here in the U.S. doing our own thing. I don't understand why people are so upset about his retweets, if that makes sense.
Yes. Well, I think I can speak to this because as a Catholic in America, Pope Francis, God rest him, was very progressive and kind of turned the church in a progressive direction and did some battle with America and our president for a while. And when it was Donald Trump, not when it was Joe Biden. And we didn't much like that. So it's great to see an American Pope. And I actually am open-minded to this Pope, notwithstanding those tweets. I really think even a conservative-leaning Pope could have sent out those tweets because, I'm sorry, the Catholic Church is very pro-immigration. It's not my favorite thing, but it's the truth. Right. So I don't think we know enough about him yet to know what kind of Pope he will be.